Weather. So we use this in, they're calling it in gear, which is an odd way of framing it. But the idea is that plans are meshing together, right? We know the sign for roommate is putting their stuff and your stuff together, right? So in this case, it's plans are working themselves out nicely. Mess up. So one hand facing down, one hand's facing up, and then you reverse them, spreading stuff all over. So why do bad things happen when you've got things planned? We've done weather so far in some previous ones. Fingerspell, windy, snow. We did all that. Tornado, hurricane, sick, emergency, bring to hospital, right? I've seen a few different ways, mainly classifiers for indicating that something is, we had a blackout or brownout or something like that. Oftentimes it's the lights go out, right? So electricity went out. House, break, enter. You wouldn't, I've seen this, but this specifically means like rape. So break into, like violently enter. And oftentimes I've found someone broke into. Breakdown. Now, we know this is the sign for break. And you've seen some comparisons in the past where we should do spring break, spring vacation, or spring vacation, so an interruption to the flow. But some people still sign spring break. It's technically a misnomer, but we understand it. It's in common use. When we talk about a car, cars don't break like this. Superhero movies, maybe someone breaks a car over their knee. But in real life, that doesn't happen. So in real life, we generally do this. Boom. This means a system collapsing or failing. So, those old commercials where people were doing credit card, da da da. They're doing all that stuff, and then someone wants to write a check, and everything kind of freezes, falls apart. That would be like everything collapses. Right? Political jokes I could make right now, probably not worth it. All right. Okay. Steel, right? Steel. Battery, electricity, right? Or dead or run out. Cracked. Broken. That's one where I would go. Window. Here's the window. Broken. Or tire. And I oftentimes will do car, tire, flat, just to be very clear. The radiator. This is squabble or verbal fight, argue, fight. It comes to a head. When a fight goes from this to an all-out physical altercation. Broke up, If you do it this way, it usually means I was broken up with, I was dumped. If you do it this way, boom, this is I broke up with him. Friend dropped the plan, or quit. Friend pulled themselves out of the hot tub, right? Pull themselves out of the plan. Surprise, shock, surprise. So all of a sudden, my parents showed up. Oh. So again, these are all vocab. Take a look in the book. There are some illustrations that I've included. I will try to incorporate all the ones I can get from the book series. I may have to look around to find some other ones. To be behind. Here's two people both facing the same way, and one falls behind. Workshop, WS, workshop, or class. And I tend to sign class with claws as opposed to C's. Meeting. And I tend to touch my thumbs together, so I have a set placed for them to come in and touch. Overtime, extra time, or work went long, exaggerate, fired, laid off. Laid off, they push you off to the side. Fired, they chop your head off. How do you feel, right? And so now what I usually do is draw something on the board, or just through conversation indicate, mad, angry, explode, blow up, pissed off, upset. This is a bit of a weird one. You'll sometimes see it with a P as well. Depressed. It's hard to do this way because this looks like sick. So you would do depressed, index fingers touch here, or sad. You can even do it like it was like a wet blanket kind of depression. Frustrated, doors smacking you in the face, right? Frustrated. Bitter. Miss is one finger coming in. Bitter, you twist it. Darn. Oh well. Whatever, right? Don't care. Who cares? Don't care. There's another one. Don't mind. I don't mind. Whatever. It's also asked as a question, do you mind helping me? Right? Happy, relieved. Happy, relieved, satisfied. So we've got some videos, we've got some other things, but we're all going through what happens when plans get messed up. So a lot of this is going to be thinking back to when you had something like that happen. So here are the disruptions. And wrong. Was there a word? I don't think there was a word underneath this one. Hold on a second. I'm missing something. No, I was right. That was from the student book, so there's no text in the examples. If you take a Y and twist it across the jaw, across the chin, it means mistake or error. Tends to be wrong, just like this, more of a surprise. Ooh, that was wrong. Opposed to, ooh, I made a mistake. All right. So here are some narratives, and I want you to answer the questions. The answers are in the back of the book, but for the most part, if you just watch these videos, the signs are very clear. Signing naturally is really good, even in this old edition. So there's a whole bunch. Mary talks about a boat trip that didn't work out as planned. Sound familiar? Look. Oh, no. I'm wrong. These are different ones. Oh, okay. Yeah. So these are some more ones to watch. Boat trip that didn't. Why are these duplicates? All right, I'll get two of the same slide, so whatever. Mishap at a wedding. Oh, these are. I'm an idiot. Questions 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. Questions 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? So there's like 9 questions for many of these. The questions get a little small. I'll divide this one in half. But for right now, just looking at this, you don't really have to. But I want you to read through the questions. Always do this in a wise way. Read through the questions, know what you're looking for. Watch the video once just to get an idea of what the story is. Then go back and try to see if you can answer any of these. Then go back and watch specifically, like pausing at each one, just to make sure you're catching all of the signs. And then there's the vocab review. And again, this one's a little bit longer because there's some more videos, but take your time with watching those videos. Everything you need is right inside with them.